YouTube, what the hell going on? It's your boy Philly, aka Philly Boy Wonder, aka your mama goddamn favorite African. And I got a goddamn Jack Harlow video. Why no one cares about Jack Harlow anymore? Why did Jack Harlow orchestrate his own fall off? I don't know, man. He had the potential to be the biggest superstar, and I actually like Jack Harlow's music. Despite what people may say, I thought he was fire. And I understand he's probably plotting on something, but like, I don't understand why people literally orchestrate their own fall off and just don't drop. Like Baby Keem Loki did the same shit. At the pinnacle of his career, just fell off the face of the earth and hasn't dropped in 4 years. Jack Harlow's almost in the same boat, man. Let's get into it.
For a period of time, Jack Harlow was one of the biggest rappers in hip-hop. With songs like What's Poppin', First Class, and Industry Baby, there's no doubt he had a crazy run in the early 2020s. But fast forward to just a few years later, and it seems like he disappeared, with no one really talking about him anymore. Most recently, he put out a single with Doja Cat that had a big music video, but it just came and went. Something that was not always the case for Jack. And I think that there are 3 main reasons for that. But to understand that, we have to go back to the beginning. Also, real quick, I have to say it. I know I'll just finally address it once and for all. I know I look like the Temu version of Jack Harlow or the many other worse things
That's
you
funny.
guys have said.
That's
I had
so
his
true.
name hidden in the comments for a while just because I saw it so much. But here's a few just to get an idea of how many there are. So yes, I get it. I sort of see it. Whatever. And now that we're finally past this, let's continue with the video. Before Jack Harlow blew up with the track What's Poppin', he did have a promising buzz in the underground rap scene. Around this time, he became friends with the comedian Drewski, a friendship that started well before the two found the level of success they've reached since. In an interview with Complex, the two told the story of how their friendship came to be. Drewski ironically first found Jack after Diddy shouted him out on Instagram. He said, "I saw Diddy post something like, 'This is the next kid. He's the one.' So I'm like, yo, Diddy doesn't even post like that.
No
He'll
Diddy.
either put himself or himself." I checked Jack's page out and I was like, yo, this song is a banger. The song Drewski was referring to was Jack's Through the Night with Bryson Tiller. And after
That's a
listening
fire
to this,
song.
he heard the song Sundown as well, to which he said,
Also a fire
okay,
song.
this white boy is it. Many fans even point back to this era of his music as his best, because even though later on he
was
made
hard.
some way more commercially successful songs, some people say they all kind of sound the same, with his older music having more variety and personality. But around this time in 2019 is when Drewski decided to hit up Jack. And at this point, Jack said he'd already been a fan of Drewski, following him on IG for 3 months already, and putting people onto his videos all summer. So they finally started talking and hit it off right away. And Drewski even offered to hop on Jack's tour as an opener.
Just a personality. I found out that he lived in the city of Atlanta at the time. Linked up with him. and we
Drewski's
hung out.
just
Of
funny
course,
looking,
we
bro.
were not really known, and I just heard about him.
Yo.
And, he was like, "Yo, I'm going on this small tour," and I went on tour with him. We were on a bus with like a whole bunch of people. We were showering at truck stops. Just crazy.
I don't know about that
stuff,
fit, Drewski. I'm sorry.
It just we stuck through it and pushed through, even through all the struggles through that. And we used to have these talks on the tour bus, like, yo, when we make it, like, we're gonna go big, man. Like, we used to really like lock in, like, late at night and be like, bro, I can't wait. Like, we just had all these goals that we would talk about. And it's crazy to see both of us transcending and just going up now. It's just like wild to watch, man.
Drewski and Jack agree that the reason they get along so well is that they both had a very similar life goal. And while they worked in different industries, their social media overlap led to them grabbing the world's attention around the same time.
They're a fire duo too. This clip right here is iconic, bro. This shit's hilarious. Life sure is sweet, huh?
Life like this sure is sweet, huh?
It definitely is.
Another funny thing is that the two were pretty competitive because neither of them said they wanted to be the broke friend. Drewski even said that when What's Poppin' came out, Jack shot through the roof. He had money coming in, but he was such a good friend. He would pay for shit and just be like, yo, I got it. So now that I'm where I'm at, I tell him, I got it, I can pay for it now. And their joint success even brought in business ventures together, like the unscripted Call of Duty Warzone trailer they featured in.
Oh my God, I remember this, bro. This is primetime COVID, man.
There's a radio. Let me turn the radio on.
Times were so different back then, bro.
Relax, I got it. We got a deal.
The reason I bring all of this up is to point out that I really do think Jack Harlow and Drewski's relationship was huge in Jack Harlow's career. To this day, I still see clips on TikTok of the two hanging out together in all of their funny moments.
Goat vaccination spot.
I remember this clip. Bro, I remember this clip.
They're trying to get political.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
What is going on?
Why even
That says vacation, dumbass.
go vacation spot? My fault. Go vacation
Nah,
spot.
that's actually hilarious, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
How the fuck? How did you read
That's so
vaccination?
funny.
So I've got Jack Harlow here. I just wanted to ask you one question. What is up with the fouling, and why would you say you're fouling so much out here?
You are so fine, bro.
Other than that, I'd like to ask about the game, man. You're really persistent. You're a great guy. What are you looking at?
When are we gonna talk Kyrie?
We are not going to talk about that. We can talk about some more questions, though.
Talk about real shit.
Ain't nobody keeping it real no more.
What are you looking
Nobody
for?
want to discuss the elephant.
Like bro. See, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know. To me, the Jack Harlow hate, I didn't really understand. Like, bro, if you're not a fan of his music, okay, that's one thing. But there were a lot of people that were like going above and beyond to make you know that, they think he's trash and they just don't like him. I'm like, bro, he's a likable guy. Like, I know this is about to sound like I'm about to go on a fucking glaze bender right now, but I promise you I'm just being real. Like, Jack seems like a chill dude, down to earth. He's funny and goofy as hell. He's fly. He got style. He got fashion sense. He can rap pretty good when he wants to. Like, look, he don't always hit, but when he hits, he hits. I'm not gonna lie. Let's be real here. Let's not take away from the talent and be unrealistic because we're trying to hate y'all. When he wants to rap and he gets in this flow state, he be flowing, right? Even I don't like all of his shit either. But like I said, I like the stuff that be hitting. And it's like when I think about all that, like all of that grouped into one when it comes to the demeanor, the flow, the style, all that shit, I'm like, bro, it's hard to not respect that, man, because that's kind of like the embodiment of a solid rapper. It's like, you got the whole package. And then obviously when you see the personality as well, it makes him even more likable, So it's like I'd be sad when I be seeing certain figures, like I said, orchestrate their own fall off when it's unnecessary. Because it's like, damn, bro, you got everything you want and need to make it and thrive, and not only just make it, but be like a big dog in this shit. Like, really turn up and go to the top and be a freaking superstar. And he was at a point in time. He really was. He got multiple mega smash songs like that damn, what's it called? Industry Baby with Lil Nas X. Despite what Lil Nas X is doing right now, because that brother's walking through the streets of LA naked or something. I saw it today.
Los Angeles.
Well, there's video of him, and here he is just walking the streets. The artist, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, he was arrested yesterday morning after he was seen in a video wandering down the street, acting erratically, saying crazy things, and not wearing much but his underwear and a pair of cowboy boots.
Industry Baby. They got what's poppin', the What's Poppin' remix, the damn other hit songs he's got, freaking the one with Drake and the other. He's got a lot of hit songs, man. Churchill Downs, that's what it is. Yeah. He got a lot of hit songs, bro. A lot of hit features, all that shit, bro. Like I said earlier, when it comes to the Baby Keems, the Jack Harlows, and all these other good rappers that just be disappearing for no reason, it makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Like Baby Keem especially. There gotta be another. I think I reacted to a video of Baby Keem a couple months back, but there gotta be another one made again because I don't know what's going on with him.
And Jack Harlow is a very funny guy. So much so that it got to the point where, apart from some of his more popular songs, he was mostly known for his personality, with fans saying things like, Jack Harlow is just naturally funny. He never forces any of his humor, which makes him so likable, in my opinion. Was just thinking about this. Like, I barely know any Jack Harlow songs, but the man got my utmost respect. It's because he's okay with being himself. He doesn't try to portray anything he's not. Anybody who masters that is very likable. So his personality, humor, and viral moments with Drewski were instrumental in launching his career. And another big part of his launch, aside from his social media virality, was the release of the song What's Poppin' that I mentioned earlier. This song was accompanied with a Lyrical Lemonade music video, who at the time was well known for putting artists on. The track placed top 10 in Billboard's Hot 100, led to a remix with DaBaby, Tory Lanez, and Lil Wayne, and also even got nominated for Best Rap Performance at the Grammy Awards. It basically took Jack from a popular up-and-comer with a few good songs to a mainstream artist worthy of collabs with some of the biggest names in the genre, and it even landed him a spot in the 2020 XXL freshman class.
That was the last
Jack
good
Harlow
cypher.
is now a mainstream rapper with a ton of opportunities. He put out his debut album, That's What They All Say, which featured a song called Way Out with Big Sean that was a big success. The album debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and sold 51,000 units. He started working with artists like Eminem, Corday, and then he did the track Industry Baby with Lil Nas X, which was another huge hit. After this single came out and was going crazy, Even Kanye jumped in and said that Jack Harlow was top 5 out right now. Then he started to prepare to put his second album out, Come Home the Kids Miss You. He began the rollout with the single Nail Tech, which did fairly well, but then he put out the single First Class, which was a smash hit. The song sampled Fergie's hit song Glamorous, and it heavily relied on it. Despite the criticism of the song for overly relying on the sample, it went crazy on TikTok and blew up. Side note, this was kind of during that trend of artists sampling already like super big hit songs and then kind of not really changing them up enough to make it worthy of the sample. It was just such a lazy and boring time, but it was working, and clearly Jack was capitalizing on that. TikTok. Then Jack released the album Come Home the Kids Miss You, which went crazy, especially due to the First Class song. It debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and sold 113,000 copies first week. Did a Drake feature, a Lil Wayne feature, a Justin Timberlake feature, and a Pharrell feature. Yeah, like he just had a star-studded feature list.
Like when you see that shit, bro, can you imagine that being on like your third album, whatever album it was? Like you got literally A-listers only on that shit. There ain't nobody else, no random little underground artists. It's Drake, Justin, Lil Wayne, and Pharrell, bro. Like that's crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I remember when I saw this track list get posted, I thought this album was gonna be heat. I thought the titles of the songs, even the title of the album, the features, I'm like, the way he was rolling it out with the marketing and everything, I thought the shit was gonna be fire. And I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty buns. Like I said, I like Jack Harlow, but like I wasn't too much of a fan of this album. I like the other shit though. Like I think the other one, I forgot what it was called. The album that came out right before this that he talked about. It's the album of him in the car, whatever it was called. That was fire. The one when he was younger and he had like this son. I'm so bad with the names, bro. Honestly, I like know them. I just can't know the names. But I like the albums before this, and then it kind of went a little downhill with this. But then the other album he dropped on top of it, Jackman, was actually fire and underrated.
Timberlake feature and a Pharrell feature. Like he just had a star-studded feature list. Jack Harlow was on top of his game and arguably at the peak of his career, but this whole time there was some sneaking criticism of Jack. Despite all of his commercial success, a lot of rap fans just weren't too fond of the pop rap records he was putting out. His album Come Home the Kids Miss You came with a lot of criticism from the greater rap community.
When Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B make wet ass pussy, they're ruining a generation of young women, they're poisoning their minds, they're destroying the youth. But when Jack Harlow makes an entire album about fucking, about womanizing, about just being a dickhead with zero substance or layers to him whatsoever, oh, he the next Drake. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with this album because he got a bunch of bitches. I just can't overlook the hypocrisy. This nigga has a bar on this album talking about his semen. Some of these bars are bad, but they're worse when you put them in the context that he uses them in.
Bro, Sean C and Fantano are like notorious haters of Jack Harlow. They have given them bad rating after bad rating after bad rating. And like I say, look, it's all opinionated at the end of the day, and they're entitled to their own opinion. But for me, bro, I do think they be overthinking a little bit because there's different ways to rate different music. Like, obviously, Jack Harlow's not like a lyrical, spiritual, miracle, like rapping type dude. Like, yeah, he can rap when he wants to and get a little lyrical. He can get in his bag. But for the most part, he's making club rap, pop rap, fun rap that people gonna play at the function, people gonna play at the club, people gonna play at the damn gym, whatever the case may be. Like, it's not really headphone music, right? There's aux music and headphone music. Kendrick, aux music. Well, he can do both actually. He's a genius. But Drake, aux music. And, well, he's also a genius too in a way. I'm not, okay. Bad examples. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, there's aux music and headphone music, and then the generational talents that can do both simultaneously. Jack Harlow, to me, most of the time, outside of his deep cuts, is a aux type of artist, which is fine. Same thing with DaBaby, who's right behind him, right? But it's like, you can't give him horrible ass ratings and then give other rappers like Sexy Red and other people good ratings, because like I said, I would never forgive Fantano, bro. He gave Sexy Red an 8. He gave Sexy Red an 8, but he gave Lil Tecca, Jack Harlow, all kinds of other rappers in a similar lane horrible ass ratings. And I'm over here wondering, like, how the fuck can you even make that comparison? It makes no sense to me, bro. But hey, that's my opinion.
That's my opinion. I like to dictate things, Kim Jong. What the fuck are you talking?
Okay, that's bad. That's bad.
Now them same girls got coke in their nostrils. Something done made the youth hostile. Maybe it's the fuel from them fossils.
That's really bad. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot about that one.
Undeniably, the album was a pretty weak album from a rapping and production standpoint. Like, it was far from groundbreaking. The album also received mixed reviews from critics, but honestly the place that I saw the most hate was on Twitter, and they were pretty ruthless. In the span of just months, it went from people talking about how everyone loved Jack Harlow to every single outlet talking about how much hate he was getting online because of this album. People were saying things like, the Jack Harlow push was crazy. He received a sneaker deal, was on every magazine cover, was on every talk show, did SNL, tried to sing, and in return, he dropped a mid-album in between Future and Kendrick Lamar. You can tell the industry is pushing him very hard to be the next pop star. Jack pushes zero boundaries in his music. I don't feel like I miss anything not listening to him. I don't remember who exactly said it, but around this time, someone said that Jack Harlow just feels like a watered down, more boring version of Drake, and honestly I agree. His raps weren't really anything special.
That's true.
His instrumentals were very Drake-esque. It was just pretty boring. It wasn't even like he made a bad album or something or did something wrong. People just hated him because of the album being so painfully plain and boring that people were fed up. Come Home the Kids Miss You, despite its commercial success, was the beginning of the end for Jack Harlow. One of the biggest criticisms of Jack Harlow around this time is that he went too pop, and I sort of agree. His music was never too underground or unique to begin with, but he definitely doubled down on the pop rap type of music to keep that commercially successful money coming in. However, I think after all of that criticism, he heard that and wanted to prove to rap fans that he still really could rap and put out some good music. So Jack Harlow got to work and began putting together his third studio album, Jackman, which interestingly enough is his first name, Jackman. I don't know.
I did always think though.
Third
and
studio
look,
album, Jackman.
I know that he's about to go talk about it, right? And I'm not gonna talk too long about it, but look, I like this album. I just always thought it was funny. In general, I always think it's funny when people have an album cover with trash cans in it. It's just, to me, bro, it is an interesting choice. Like when I saw Ice Spice do that with Y2K cover, and I saw this, I'm like, bro, you are literally setting yourself an alley-oop for the worst memes possible if this album don't do good. And even if it does do good, there's still gonna be a lot of people that use this against you, bro. Like I guarantee somebody probably made a meme where they photoshopped and cropped him out of the photo and just put Jackman with the trash cans. I guarantee it, bro. Like it's just not a smart choice. I don't know.
Interestingly enough, is his first name Jackman.
To go anywhere else.
That's just a strange name to me. Normally it's like Jack or Jackson or something, but I guess. Anyway, it was somewhat of a surprise drop with not much of a rollout, and the album cover gives off a vibe of being back home as it was shot in Louisville, Kentucky, and the cover just made it seem like he was going to try to go back to his roots. And he did, as he put out a fully fledged rap album with 10 cuts featuring soulful loops and boom bap production to prove he's a real artist. On this project, Jack tried to get deep and introspective, which did woo a few rap fans, but not enough. Hip Hop DX said, alas, despite the attempts of introspection, there's not enough to redeem this record. Jackman is the album version of listening to the kid in class deliver a book report about a novel he didn't read, but wants the class to think he's an expert on. So Jack Harlow made another misstep. He tried to appeal to a more niche audience after all of the criticism, but it didn't really hit like that hard for the rap fans. Of course people liked it, but you know, they didn't love it. It wasn't some Kanye stuff because it was less poppy than his other music. So he really did miss both crowds, which resulted in less streams. The album debuted at 8 on the Billboard 200 and sold 33,000 units first week, which was weaker than both his debut and sophomore project. The idea that him trying to rap and get all deep not working can be seen very clearly when right after this album came out and didn't do well, he put out another pop rap type of song called Blame It On Me, where he sampled Whatever by Cadillac Dale.
Look, man, I'm gonna just say it, bro, like the pop rap shit, it works commercially, but it don't work for me, man. It really don't, you know? But hey, the money's always gonna be right because you're gonna hear it in every club, you're gonna hear it in all the radio, so it's gonna work, but it's like, at what cost, man? Do you want to have the legacy? You want to have the money? Because I do understand this aspect, right? There, the Jack Harlow I like is the more low key, like just the low key shit, right? Where he's doing his real rap shit. And he's not trying to do no pop sounds where everybody's gonna hear it. Every goddamn bitch in the club's gonna play it. Like I like that. And he has the potential to do that. But I feel like every time he's down low and he needs some bread, he's like, all right, let me go make that pop hit right quick, right? I did it with the Drake songs. Now I'm doing it with this. I did it with the First Class song, and then it's kind of just a repetitive cycle. I need him to get in that Jackman bag, because even though people was hating on it, I did think that was a good step in the right direction, if I'm being real.
Back to the First Class style of pop rap songs, he debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. This song also went crazy on TikTok, with a sample being probably the catchiest part about the song. And what's actually really funny is this song, to me at least, sounded very similar to The Motto by Drake. Just listen to like the first 2 seconds of each song.
Oh my god, bro.
Y'all don't get it, do you?
The drum patterns sound very similar.
How did I never even hear that? Oh my god, that's actually crazy. Yo, okay, that makes it even worse. I'm not gonna lie. I never even thought about that. Matty Balls, you onto something.
And on top of that, one of the top comments on The Motto is the drum pattern used in the track for Lovin' on Me by Jack Harlow.
That's so
reminded
crazy.
me of this song. So clearly, him and the audience knew that pop songs were what worked. After this, though, Jack Harlow has only put out 4 singles in the last 2 years.
Hey, hold on. Before motherfuckers are hating, I'll be real. I like these songs, yo. This is what I like. When I told y'all I like that Jackman shit, or Jackman, whatever he wants to call it. When I told you I like that, I forgot how the Just Us with Doja Cat went. I honestly don't remember it. I don't even know if I listened to it. But Hello, Miss Johnson, bro. I was listening to that song all Thanksgiving. I don't know what it was about that single. A lot of my homies did not like it. A lot of people in general were giving it shit on the internet. But that song was resonating with me. I remember it came out at the perfect time. It just felt like the perfect Thanksgiving, winter, fall type of vibe that I was bumping on the daily. I'm serious. Like, hello, Miss Johnson, I'm calling, and the beat was like some elevator type music, but I was liking it. It was fire.
Which is kind of strange. He's done a little bit of acting, but he isn't doing a ton with the momentum that he used to have when it comes to his music career, leaving many fans wondering what happened to him, and leaving others to just forget about him. Jack does seem self-aware though, and even commented on the current state of his music career after Jackman on the single he put out called Tranquility. He said things like, "Every day I grow a little less accessible, less of a people pleaser, less flexible. I'm proud of what we have done, but I'm trying to be better though, because I don't really think I've made nothing incredible. A lot of hard verses and a couple regrettable. As far as big records go, yeah, I got a few of those, but I ain't done nothing indisputable."
That's a bar.
Clearly, he's heard what
That's
all
a
of the
bar.
fans have said,
Don't
and
hate.
he seems to have a similar perspective. He seems to think, yes, I've made some decent songs, I made the pop rap songs, I've done well commercially, got some hits, but I haven't put out an album or a project or even a single that is groundbreaking. He hasn't pushed the needle at all. And all of this brings us to his most recent single, Just Us, featuring Doja Cat. The song kind of came and went, and most of the discourse was
never
over
heard
the
it.
music video where it looked like him and Doja were in love, which is especially noticeable or important because of this clip of the two of them on an Instagram Live a few years ago.
Ah, I see you, Doja. Come on in here. Yo,
I need to charge my phone.
I need to talk to you for a second.
My wig is coming up. All right, I gotta go. Thanks for this.
Love you. Oh man, I've had a crush on her for months. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Doja Cat. Oh, I'm over here feeling good now.
All the comments say things like, after the filming ended, they both asked, so what are we? But the downside, of course, is that the discourse was not actually about the song. And this brings me to my third reason as to why I think he's struggling right now, at least in a musical sense. Come Home The Kids Miss You was weak, he went a little bit too pop, and now he's not really letting his personality shine through like it used to. For so long in Jack Harlow's career, he was in part carried by the fact that he was super online, doing interviews, hanging out with Drewski, doing Instagram live
Very
streams, joking on his Instagram story, and always just being silly. And now it seems like he isn't popping out and goofing around anymore like he used to.
He's
Don't get
low-key.
me wrong, he's still a funny guy and jokes around from time to time. Like when last year Drewski posted this picture that was captioned, "Never needed no PR," and Jack responded, "Or a stylist, or a trainer, or a nutritionist, hashtag self-made, hashtag independent." Jack Harlow is definitely a funny guy.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you. Now, that's actually hilarious, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to glaze, but that's actually funny as fuck. I wish you pop out more, because that's literally
Which
so
was
funny.
one of the major reasons people like him, like I mentioned earlier, and emphasized with how close he was with Drewski. So without that, and with the music being sort of weak lately, it just seems like no one is really talking about Jack Harlow anymore. Of course, he's still super successful, and lately he's been heavily pushing his brand deal with New Balance, but on the music side of things, it's felt very mediocre as of late. Now, I'm not going to say that his music was ever groundbreaking. I mean, he wouldn't say that that either, probably. One fan on the Jack Harlow subreddit said, "Why is his music getting worse?" Other fans responded saying things like, "Jackman was the best rap album I feel he's put out, but given it doesn't do any hit streaming numbers, it's likely Jack tried to switch things up as music is still a business. My issue is all 4 singles so far seem to have no connection to each other." Another said, "It's like he's pulse checking. He's releasing things that have been in his drafts and trying to see what works." That's in reference to the 4 singles he's put out, because none of them have the same type of vibe. Another fan said, "I accepted after Jackman came out that we probably will never get 2017 to 2020 Jack ever again, but at least we got to experience it at all." Jack Harlow still has potential to make good music. I mean, he already has the platform. He knows what works and what doesn't. Now it's just up to him to decide what he wants to do. I also think he should get out there more like he used to. Like, I'm surprised he's never been on Kai Cenat's stream or hung out with Drewski when he was on there. I don't know. I just feel like Jack has that perfect personality for hanging out and goofing around and networking with other celebrities. That's just perfect for viral moments. But he hasn't been taking advantage of that lately. Regardless, the honesty on his verse on that Tranquility record goes to show that he knows what type of situation he's in. I'm sure he's good on money, so commercial success probably isn't a big deal. But right now, his core audience is very weak and needs something desperately to latch onto. And it's up to him to figure that out, which it seems like he's kind of trying to do right now. If you like this video, you might like a very similar video I made about Lil Nas X, a collaborator of Jack Harlow, who also used to be very big and talked about everywhere, breaking world records with his music, but now kind of is just an afterthought. Other than that though, if you like this video, please make sure to leave a like and even consider subscribing down below. Other than that, it's been your...
See, that's the thing, man, about Jack Harlow, bro, is like he really does not have to go down this path like I was saying, bro. Like he could easily have an insane run for a couple weeks to a month of going on, you know, Kai's stream, doing some collabs with Drewski, doing some collabs with some other artists, stuff like that, drop some more music. But I don't know, man. Look, I'm not saying whether this is true or not, but from the outside looking in, it looks like the boy got no heart in this shit no more. It looks like he don't even care about the music. He's kind of just dropping when he feels like it, which, hey, that's fine. Just don't try to come back and rekindle the magic when all of the motion's gone, you know? Because even me, as somebody who would definitely consider myself in the past like an actual supporter and fan of his music, I definitely don't care no more.
Shit on my neck is so bright like a bee. Ballin' LA and I feel like Kareem. Run up a mill at my nigga named me. Know that the money is all that you see.